In this video, we're going to cover the quest Over and Out, which is the 7th quest in the Steel Dawn questline, Update 24. But first, let me just take this moment to say that I'm the NakedVaultDweller, and I'm just an ordinary guy playing this exceptional game just like you. And if you would, please take this moment to give this video a thumbs up, and if you like Fallout 76 content, hit the subscribe too, as it's virtually all that I do. Hey, that rhymed. In our last quest, Supplying Demand, Paladin Rahmani tells you need to establish a trade agreement with the settlers of Foundation, as well as discern whether they have any of the stolen Brotherhood of Steel weapons. Paladin Rahmani sends you off to Foundation to meet Gloria Chance. When you arrive, Gloria tells you the weapons are being tested at this time and sends you off to East Mountain Lookout. When you arrive at East Mountain Lookout, you find several settlers dead and a computer terminal telling you the next location you need to be at, which is Kerwood Mine. And when you arrive at Kerwood Mine, you meet up with another settler by the name of Mike. And Mike gives you the runaround, quite literally, and you end up having to explore around the rest of the mine to get behind the fenced-in area where Mike was. And once you traverse the whole mine, you meet up with Mike and he explains that he was the reason everyone was dead and wants to keep the weapons away from everyone. Remembering your mission, you work through what needs to be done with Mike and the settlers. Next, you return back to Gloria Foundation, you work out a deal for the weapons as well as arrange a trade agreement. You then return back to Paladin Rahmani and update her on the status of the settlers and Foundation. And Paladin Rahmani tells you there's more important matters that need to be attended to and tells you to go speak with Scribe Valdez. When you speak to Valdez, she tells you she needs to update everyone on what she has found and returns to Knight Shin and Paladin Rahmani. Valdez goes on to tell the group that she's picked up on a signal that she might be able to boost to get in touch with the other Brotherhood of Steel members located in California. Knight Shin and Paladin Rahmani briefly argue about what needs to be done next, ultimately pointing you to speak with Valdez again, where she will update your map to Transmission Station 1AT-U03, just south of Tyler County Fairgrounds. When you arrive at Transmission Station 1AT-U03, you will notice a hand scanner now mounted to the door. Using the hand scanner will open the door and allow you to go into the building. Once inside, you'll have access to the keypad that opens the elevator to the Enclave research facility. Simply selecting the keypad will put you at the lower level of the facility. Once you enter the lower facility, you'll be greeted by the research facility's artificial intelligence. If you have time, explore some of the conversation here. When you finish speaking to the artificial intelligence, your next step is to go through decontamination. If you're a bloodied build, you can bypass these arches by picking the locks just to the adjacent room. The first room you come to chambers various test subjects housed in glass containers. The next room you come to will also contain different specimens. You could continue through the main door in this room or take the waste access panel in the floor. I chose to take the waste access panel, but both options lead to the same place. The next room you will enter contains a scorched Mothman that you'll need to work your way through, and shooting it normally works for me. And in this room, you'll need to stay on top of the upper mezzanine to access the exit. Otherwise, you'll just run around trying to find the exit. The next encounter will contain several types of bugs and a scorched Wendigo. You can shoot it too. And just like some of the previous encounters in the research facility, you'll also have a number of animals in here to attack. And you'll pass through more research rooms when you'll finally make it to the last specimen room with a scorched Deathclaw. Your progress is blocked until you find the door swap card, so you might want to take care of the Deathclaw first. And the card swap card can be found on an Enclave corpse located next to the room that housed the Deathclaw. Grab it to unlock the door. The rest of your exploration of the research facility will have you to run into a number of Scorch that you can take down relatively easily. You'll eventually make it to the transmission console. Access the console and your mission will update. Find a way to use the transmitter. Go to the next room and there will be another console there. Select Register User for mainframe access and then exit the console. Scan your hand on the reader next to the machine. Access the console once again and select the option to reset communications. Once you have reset the communications, your quest will update once again and tell you to return back to the lobby. When you return back to the lobby, Shin and Rahmani show up wearing power armor and carrying heavy weapons. You'll regroup with the Brotherhood and move to the next room. Upon entering the room, you'll be attacked by a sentry bot labeled XB-55. It was a 3-star on my go-around. Make sure that once you bring the bot down that you loot it quickly as it disappears once it blows up. Now, after the battle, you'll go off to speak with Knight Shin. I won't go over the details of the conversation, but carefully consider what he has to say. Next, you'll want to speak to Paladin Rahmani, much in the same way, and you'll want to consider what she has to say. I can't attest to the final outcome of your choices here, as we won't know until after the second half of the BOS questline is revealed. After you speak with Rahmani, Not Shin will reunite with the rest of you guys and there will be a discussion on the choice you made. The discussion will be heated and will abruptly end when the group receives a distress signal coming from Atlas, letting you know that it's under attack. Both Rahmani and Shin decide to table their discussion for the sake of protecting Atlas and begin heading that way, thus ending the quest over and out. And that's it, Vault Dwellers. If you found this walkthrough to be helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're stuck somewhere, leave us a comment down below. I or someone else might be able to assist you. And thanks for watching.